Hello guys, now I'm in Fatmas Island. I'm now drinking milk. Mango with milk.
Günaydın. Bisiklet turu yani şehirde. Başladık. Günümüz bu şekilde geçecek. Akşam da otobüsle Kahire'ye geri döneceğiz.
I'm going to explain to you about the history of Siwa. And first of all, it is a pleasure having you here in Siwa. And I'm really thrilled by sharing the little knowledge that I got about Siwa. So I started learning the history of Siwa like 8 months ago. And I'm under training with the professional tour guide here in Siwa. So first of all, I'm going to give you the geographical information about Siwa Oasis. So, Siwa Oasis is located in the Western Sahara Desert. Libya is very close, 65 kilometers. Siwa is very famous by the desert. Salt Lake, where we have been yesterday, okay? And we have the Mountain of the Dead, that was the main cemetery of Greek, Romans, and pharaohs. So, Siwa is very rich of dates, olives, and palm trees. And what is the greatest difference of Siwa and the rest of the places around Egypt? Because I have been like, so the origin of the Siwan people here, they are originally from Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco. So they came from that side and they called them Amazigh. Amazigh. So yeah, there are so many tribes, but this is one of the tribes that they came, so they migrate from there and then they came here. So 30 kilometers from here, there is a village that is called Bahiyadin. Bahiyadin is 30 kilometers from here. So what was the mean? There were like some footprints on top of a mountain. Those were the evidence that shows that people, they came from this side. Yeah. On this side, there's also a village called Abu Shuruf. So it's 30 kilometers from here. So the Siwan people, some of the tribes, they're living there. I think they have like 11 tribes, but they speak the same language. So now we can call it dialect, or we can also call it language, because it's no longer written. Like they lost their writing 500 years back. No, nobody can write, but they still have the letters, but they don't write because there are no institutes here or schools that people learn this language or study this language at the school. So they just speak orally. And this is the second place where there are two places in Egypt that they speak different dialects, or we can call them even language. Here in the south, in the Western Sahara, there's a Siwa.
Yeah.
And in the southern side, Sudan, Aswan, were the Nubians. So the Nubian, they also speak Nuba, which is totally different than Arabic. Yeah. So let's dive to the history of places in Siwa. So now we are starting with the Dakrur Mountain. So Dakrur Mountain, there are two things that they held it here. One, the festival that they held it during the full moon in October. This festival, so it's held it brings the peace, it brings peace into the people, and it unites people. So they do it in October, and why they have specifically chosen this place, open area. The main reason for the buildings around us because of the celebration. So, but they stopped this celebration in 2019 because of the pandemic, Corona. So they stopped because of that reason. Second thing that they do it here is the therapy. Therapy, this is the sunbathing process of burying someone under the ground to heal the disease called rheumatism. Rheumatism is basically affecting people in joints. Yeah, so that disease, so the Siwan people here, they come up with an idea to cure this disease without going even to the hospitals. Okay? So first let's get back to to the festival and explain to you about the festival, what they do here. So the festival, people contribute money, and then they do it for 3 days. So the last week of October, because that's where the full moon is. So they do it. They go buy ingredients. They buy, like, you know, goats, camels, sheep, anything that to be slaughtered, and then they bring them here. So all the people participate. So they clean this area and they renovate the houses, so the houses aren't like that. And then after, so the ladies, for them, they cook. If you can see the fireplace, that dark place, so that's where they cook their food. So they are not using, I mean, the gases, or they just use like the natural stuff of making fire and cook on the fire. So that's where they prepare the stuff. So there is a mixture of salt and mud together. It's a very authentic materials.
Yeah.
They sealed with the palm trees. So that during the daytime, during the day, because it's a little bit hot, so people, they prefer staying inside. So nighttime or the evening time, then everybody goes out there. So they put the food there, they serve the food, and then how they food it in the ground. I mean, down there, people make a circle. They sit in a circle, or they have different styles of sitting, and then they use this tower to announce that they put the speaker there. Okay, if they put the speaker that that the food is ready. If someone climbs there, there's a stairs that takes you higher. So someone go there and announce that the food is ready. Everybody gather, and then they start eating. This kind of celebration is very good because, like, whoever has problems there, they try to solve it. So here, people, we can call them the head of the tribes. Like anything or any problem, they don't immediately transfer to the police station. They try to solve it among them. If they cannot, then they report the case to the police station. That's about the celebration. And I did not attend it because I've been almost living here 2 years, but I hope one day I'm gonna attend it if they. So let's get back to the second thing that they do it here, the therapy, sunbathing. So why they have specifically chosen this place is because this place is quite sunny. Not especially here, but behind the mountain is full of sand. It's like desert, and also this place is very close to the desert. So the period of time that starts from 15th of June to 15th of September. So this period of time is very, very hot. The summer over here, I can say it's freaking hot.
Ya bro, selamünaleyküm. Oo. Tehlikeli diye bağırıyor burası.
Okay, so guys, now we are in the second place. Oh, now let me put it somewhere here. So that when people look at the videos, they don't look at the garbage. This place also has an interesting history, but it's not that a lot. So the Siwan people, before they were living in the shadow of Agormi, which is our first place to visit. So they were living there for ages, and then they decided to come here because they used to be attacked by the Berber tribe that come from Libya. Shali Fortress. Does the Shali Fortress locate? It is located in the heart of Siwa. Here, this is the middle Islam. This is the middle of the center. So this side 30 kilometers, this side 30 kilometers. So they have chosen this place especially because it was a little bit mount. Yeah. So it wasn't from the ground. So Shali Fortress was being built on top of a rocky hill. It wasn't from the ground. Why it was being built on top of a rocky hill? So that it could help. It could help the fortress to be as high as it could. The materials that they used to build the Shali Fortress out, they were the Kashif. And Kashif, it was a very, very authentic materials to build the Shali Fortress out of. Kashif is a mixture of salt and a mud together. So people, they have been living here 11 centuries in this fortress. And this open area, it was like a bazaar for them, like marketing, exchanging goods among themselves. So people, they used to come here and get their, they attack them to steal their properties. Okay? And then when they built this fortress, they could able to prevent themselves from the attraction of the Bedouin tribe that come from Libya. So they built the fortress, and then they met the
I felt that we will meet each other again.
Ölüler Dağı'ndayız. Burada insanları şuradaki görmüş olduğunuz çukurlara mı diyeyim, oyuklara gömüyorlarmış. Buraya da Ölüler Dağı Ölüm Vadisi gibi isimler takılmış. Burada bir tane mezar varmış. Orası burasıymış ya. Şivalıların sanıyordum ben, Sivalılar.
Ya Mısırlılar ele geçirdiyse daha sonra işte. Tavana bak.
Baktım. Bura boş.
Flash var mı sende?
Hı?
Flash.
Var abi. Bir şey yok duvarda. Hiçbir şey yok. Oruç Temple'dayız arkadaşlar. Eski bir tapınak burası. Shiva'da, Shivalılar tarafından yapılan. Fatmas Island yani Fatmas adasına geldik. Burada gün batımını izleyeceğiz. Son durağımız burası. Sonra akşam yemek yiyip geri döneceğiz otobüsle Kahire'ye. Görebilirsiniz gün batımının başladığını, neredeyse bir yarım saat sonra artık gün batımı turuncu rengini alacak diye düşünüyorum. İnternette görmüştüm daha önceden. Burayı güzel bir yermiş.
Hello guys, now I'm Fatmas Island. I'm now drinking milk. Mango with milk. It's a very nice drink and an energetic drink. I'm in a very enchanting place here in Siwa. It's very beautiful. This island is where people come to see the sunset. I'm now with my lovely friends. They are from Turkey. This is Yorka. Yes. And this is Serka, and that is Ekra, and that is Mahmoud. So, and this is me, Hamza Hakam, and that's champion of the future. So guys, I highly recommend you to follow Jerka and Serka because they are YouTubers. Actually, they're gonna show you the whole Siwa because they have a bunch of stuff to tell you. Follow them. And I think they're gonna mention me down there so that when you come here, you get in touch with me to do a tour for you.
Say Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. My Instagram is Heart of Siwa Explorer or Siwa with Abdul Hakam. Or otherwise, he's gonna write it down there so that you just like click and then get in touch with me. Thank you so much, guys.
he knows how to ride. Sayka kullanıyor ya. Arkadan vermeyen var. Şu manzaraya karşı. Son akşam yemeği arkadaşlar. Son güzel akşam yemeği.
Siva'da.
Siva'da son güzel akşam yemeğimiz.
Evet. Az ama güzel.
Şimdi buranın özel zeytinyağlı tavuğu varmış. Aslında zeytinyağında kızartılan herhalde.
Artık nasıl
Chicken olives yazıyor. Bakacağız, göreceğiz. Buymuş.
Brand you have?
Sanıyordum kızartıyorlar falan ama bildiğimiz güveç yani tarzında tavuk sotesi yani.
Aa, sote. Aynen, tavuk sote. Yani.
Nasıl tadı?
Ne lazım buraya? Ayran. Ne giderdi vallahi. Hello, my friend.
Aynen bildiğiniz güveç. Sote yani.
Öyle duruyor herhalde.